You're struggling to make this 5 a.m. habit a reality for one reason or another. Maybe you've seen some of my other 5 a.m. videos and you are still running into some hiccups. In this video, I'm going to share my 5 common issues that I myself personally have dealt with, as well as I've seen with clients of mine, and more importantly, how to fix them. If you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. If you like these videos, please subscribe. In these videos, I empower busy moms to make the lives that they want to lead through mindset, productivity, and effective time management. So continue to follow along if any of that resonates with you. Now, back to the reason why you're here. Waking up early is hard and can be problematic. So we're going to cover the 5 issues that I've personally found and again have seen in clients of mine who are trying to establish waking up early. Diving right in. Hurdle number 1. What do you do if you wake up way early, way earlier than your alarm? Let's say anywhere between midnight to 4 a.m. Now, when this sort of thing happens, I've found that it's usually due to a lifestyle choice that I've made the day before. Did you have coffee later in the day? Did you maybe have an extra glass of wine? Did you try that new spicy Thai food dish? Were you up scrolling on the gram? Did you have extra sugar right before bed? Now, second to the lifestyle choices, I found that it's typically stress related. Did you have something happen that kind of just threw off your evening routine? Was the day extra stressful? Was there more going on than normal? The ultimate solution, if you can make it happen, is to obviously recalm yourself to go back to sleep. But let's say you've done some box breathing, which is where you inhale, pause, you exhale longer than you inhale, pause, inhale. And that, triggers the parasympathetic system to kind of help relax you. Maybe you've gotten up, taken a shower, you've done your things that you can do to help wind yourself back down, but it's just not working. Well, no one really wants to hear this, but my solution is to just roll with it and get up. You get to start the day extra early, you get extra quiet time, and I advocate that you just try to set some time in your schedule to take it in and then get very quickly back into your rhythm. So maybe no alcohol, no caffeine later in the day. Don't go in for that spicy food. Just do the things that can help your body rest for that day that you're waking up early, and get right back into your normal rhythm. Hurdle number 2. What if you're just like, I keep trying this thing and I'm just not feeling it? So you've watched my other videos and you've done all of my laundry list of things to do to help really make this thing stick. So you've discovered your why, you've created a little recipe card, you've set your alarms, you've prepped the night before, you've done all of the things that have been suggested, and it's just still painful for you. Here's my advice. To overcome not wanting to get moving when your alarm goes off, I am going to suggest that you do James Clear's 2-minute rule. So when your alarm goes off, you can set a little timer for 2 minutes. You can just kind of give yourself a little space. But the goal is to actually get up and do something. It doesn't have to be what you want to do in the morning. It doesn't have to be anything intense. It can literally be you get up, you drink a glass of water. You get up, you brush your hair. You get up, you brush your teeth. Something that's going to take about 2 minutes. And if by the end of that 2 minutes, you're like, nope, I still don't want to get up. I'm ready to go back to bed. Then you know what? Go back to bed. You have officially made it for 2 minutes in the morning. And then the goal is to continue extending those minutes. And with the extending of those minutes, your body becomes more accustomed to the actual habit. So this one is for the moms out there. I'm a mom, so this was definitely an issue for me. What happens if your children start waking up earlier too? Because you're waking up earlier. And let's say the morning noises and maybe there's light creeping in under their doors. Whatever your situation might be, I'll just explain my house and mine. My house is a single-story home, and we have basically one main living area and then a little hallway, and that's where the bedrooms are. And so even if you are technically on the other side of the house, which is the kitchen, versus the bedrooms, you still get light and you still have that noise because we have hardwood floors. So it echoes down the hallway. So when I started making it a habit of waking up early, my eldest son in particular was just starting to wake up earlier and earlier with me because he was like, oh, mom's up. I should be up too. And so we had to do some creative solutions. Now, even though he has a noise machine and even though his room is dark and all that stuff, like it was enough noise and light to wake him up. And so we have a towel that we roll and we put underneath the door jamb so that light doesn't come in. We got a rug for the hallway so that the noise is dampened. Um, and in general, I have also just, instead of flipping on the lights, flipping on the coffee machine and doing all that stuff, I use the tea kettle and I do a pour over. So I'm trying to do quieter appliances. So things of that nature. And I would just say if you have children that are waking up because of the environment of you moving around and having lights on and all that stuff, depending upon your house and your situation, just kind of get creative with what would work best. Because after about a week or so of putting those things into play, he stopped waking up early. So I think he also just realized, like, oh, mom's up early. It's not as fun as I thought it would be. So there might be some other things playing into there, but get creative based upon your own house and your own family environment. And I will also say, depending upon the age of your children, I have heard, I'm not quite at that stage yet, but I've heard that an okay to wake clock is also helpful because it helps showcase when the child can get up and get moving. So if they wake up before the clock, they have to stay quietly in their rooms. Again, I'm not quite there yet because I have a 3-year-old and a 10-month-old, but that might be another consideration to help children understand when it's okay to wake up and be out in the main living areas versus when it's still nighttime. Hurdle number 4. What if your body is starting to wake up before your alarm, even on weekends? Well, yay. That means that your habit is working. And I don't really see that as an issue. Some people do, though, because they want their weekend times to sleep in. I am going to advocate that you have your weekdays routine and your weekend routine. So maybe you focus on trying to do productive things during the week. And then on weekends, if you're kind of like me who does not like having plans on weekends, maybe you just use that time to do whatever you feel. Even if you're waking up early, you wake up, you have your coffee. Maybe instead of jumping right into exercise or pickup or whatever it may be that you've been doing during the week, on the weekends, maybe you just have a book, listen to a podcast, watch an adult show, do anything that's going to feel good to you and ease into your weekend and not be like a box that needs to be checked. Hurdle number 5. What if you are sick out of your time zone because you've traveled or just some things are totally outside of your normal, like holiday season, things along those lines? This is where I'm going to say, give yourself some grace and listen to your body. What do you need during this time? Do you need the extra sleep? Do you need to push yourself to get back into a normal routine? Now, this isn't a cop out or a hard line, but it's a middle of the road approach. I tend to believe that moderation is key in everything. And so, are, are you not hitting 100% days of the whole year? Sure. But I don't know if that's really the goal either. Life is filled with unforeseen circumstances. And so I think the best tool that we can have for ourselves is to say, this week, this day, these few days, whatever it may be, waking up early is just not the priority. And I will make that happen when X comes back, or like when your normal routine is going to be back, or whatever it may be. And as I've said before, and I will continue to say, making a new habit of any description is going to take time, patience, and diligence. So please do not be discouraged with yourself if it's not happening in some arbitrary timeline that you have, because life, I found in general, just doesn't work quite like that. Sometimes we have to forego our best laid plans to deal with the unexpected. Okay, I want to hear from you. So what are your obstacles, barriers, struggles, whatever it may be to just waking up early? And leave those in the comments and I'll respond with maybe some of my best suggestions or some other things to try for your particular need state. Until next time, bye, Mama.